Not again. That's right. We're going back to Disney's Hollywood Studios for another day of Disney fun. Let's do this. As we finish up Disney from the night before, we take this cool shuttle boat back to Epcot from Hollywood Studios so we can get back to the RV and boondock at the Cracker Barrel tonight. We'll be ready first thing in the morning to head back to Hollywood Studios to get a real early start. We really enjoy this shuttle boat as it's relaxing cruise along the waterways and get to take a look at the Disney resorts while they're lit up at night. It looks really cool. And the weather is perfect. And here is Disney's Swan Resort. Well, we get off Disney property and we head to the Cracker Barrel, which is on 192. And here, before we get on 192, you can see the old downtown Kissimmee in the fun spot. And somebody's about to get catapulted. There they go. Think you would want to do that? I would. All right, let's head to the Cracker Barrel and go night-night.
So just wanted to do a shout out to Cracker Barrel for allowing RVers to come and park in their parking lots at night. Look at this. This is in Orlando. So camping is not the easiest to find. But look at all of these rigs. They have designated parking strictly for RVs. Isn't this awesome? This is all in their back parking lot. So, kudos, thumbs up, Cracker Barrel. We appreciate you.
Inspection by the time you reach the table, the process will go by a lot faster. Good. What's the line?
We got here early so we could get on the new Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride. And as you can see, we're not the only ones here early. What Disney does is let you into the park early, but stops you from going to the ride.
Behind the line, blocking you to the Sunset Boulevard to get on Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. Look, that's the behind the line. Look, we snuck in behind the line. Not really, we're just at this nice little restaurant that is not open yet. Whoa. That's what happens when you almost drop the camera.
In order to get in line for the Rise of the Resistance, they don't use a physical line. They use a virtual line. And the only way to get on that line is through your mobile device. The problem is you can't get in the line until the park opens, and the park is not open yet, technically. So you have to wait till the park opens, and then you can get in the virtual line. But the catch is you have to be inside the park when the park opens to get in the virtual line. Thus, that's why we're here early. Because if you're in line outside trying to get into the park when the park opens, you still can't get into the queue. So that's why we're here early, to get into the queue while we're in the park when the park opens. You may be asking, why don't we just wait till we get there and get in the virtual line? Well, the problem is there is a limited amount of seats to get in the ride per day, and it fills up instantly. Within seconds, the ride is full for the day. So we have to get there early to try to get in the very beginning of the queue to get on the ride.
Sorry, folks, we gotta go.
Chris, can you grab my black list, Paul?
Wait, Steven, what about us?
Hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this.
We can't?
No.
Come on, you know how we feel about our fans.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, guys, what do you expect me to do? Is send them all with you?
Yeah.
What about some backstage passes?
Wait a minute. I love that idea. How about some backstage passes?
Yeah, come on.
Make it happen. Give us some.
Okay, I'll make it happen. Now get out of here. I hate all of you.
Have a nice ride.
Bye, Sal and Speak. Listen, I'm gonna need a bigger car. There we go. Make it a stretch.
All right, we're here in the camper. We're doing our breakfast in the camper,
Good morning.
but we're in a really unique spot doing our breakfast. There's our eggs.
Where are we at, Robert?
I don't know where this is. Where are we at? Oh, look, it's the Swan and Dolphin Resort. We're at Hollywood Studios parking lot. Party in Hollywood Studios parking lot. Yeah. Making some breakfast.
Rode a ride already, too.
That's right, but we're not going to tell you what ride we rode.
We rode a ride.
All right, after a quick breakfast in the camper, we're heading back to Disney's Hollywood Studios entrance. We're still in the parking lot. And one thing that Disney has is electric car recharging stations. So if you have an electric car,
You get prime parking
you get to go right up to the front and park.
and charge.
Look at these Teslas
All lined up.
getting all supercharged for their drive home.
All lined up.
Oh, look, a Ford. But the Ford charges from the front.
Wow, that's different. Ford Fusion.
And of course, the iconic Hollywood Tower Hotel.
We want to talk about our boondocking experience last night.
Yeah, go ahead if you want to.
Yeah. So, what was one thing we learned last night boondocking? Newbies, freshies. No clue, really. First time we've done it.
That our camper battery does not power the outlets in the camper.
Who'd have known? I guess we probably would have if we would have done some research. But we may do. Luckily, we didn't need a fan. We could still charge our phones.
Yeah, all the lights work.
Lights worked.
The
Still do it. It was very doable. Cracker Barrel was awesome. We did call ahead just to make sure that they allowed parking for RVs, and we got there and there were probably 8 to 10 different RVs parked there. So good experience overall. Learned a little bit. Have to do some more research. It was good.
Yeah, and apparently we did a little shout out to our Facebook friends at the Grand Design Transcend Facebook page and shared what we were experiencing, and some people shared stuff that I already knew. I knew the whole system was running on 110, but I know it runs on both 110 or 120 volt AC and battery operated DC. I assume that the outlets would run on DC also, but they do not.
No, they
So
don't.
somebody said we need to get an inverter for our camper in order to run the AC 120 outlets on 12 volts. So we'll do a little research into that.
Yep, it was a good experience overall. Great to wake up and pull away and get to Disney nice and early.
Yeah, overall it was good. The temperature was very nice at night, so we just used the ceiling dome fans to suck in some cool air. So it was fine.
All right, time for us to go through security.
Maybe next time we'll do get a DC fan and stick it in there or something.
That would work.
All right, yeah, we're at security at Hollywood Studios getting ready to go into the park. As we were coming up to security, we were warned by a law enforcement officer not to videotape the security procedures, so we have to turn off the camera. Once we got in, we come back down Sunset Boulevard and notice these two characters playing funny games with a guest. Hilarious. That is hilarious. Embarrassing. Poor girl. That's so funny. Here's another one, like another suspecting victim.
One lies door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that. On an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story in the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you are the star, and this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone.
As you probably figured out, we really do enjoy going to the Disney World parks, and especially Hollywood Studios. We really enjoy the rides and the shows, especially the Twilight Zone's Tower of Terror and the Rock and Roller Coaster. We're so glad you watched the video, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we upload our newest video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on RV Weekends.